Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Gathering of Bros. I'm your host, as always, Esk, joined by my co-host, Leo Veritas.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And the one and only Bulbasaur.
Yeah, hi. I thought you were gonna do like the cohorts, Brothers for Life.
Oh,
But,
damn,
you know,
dude.
I guess you don't love us.
You need it that bad, huh?
I look
I'm
forward
a
to it
needy
every
bastard.
week, all right?
Y'all are some unloved guys that just need to be showered.
I'm actually
with
quite
words of affirmation.
loved, but,
Mike,
that's
ladies and gentlemen, these are my cohorts, Brothers for Life. Welcome to the Gathering of the Bros. I am Esk. As I said, we are three friends who love video games, nerd culture, poking fun at each other. It's just what we do. Thanks for joining us and being part of it. It's going to be a fun episode. We've got a lot of great things planned. On the docket today, we're going to start with a little bit of Kingdom Hearts. Surprise, surprise. Esk finally dropped some money with thanks to Bulba for keeping an eye on the price of Kingdom Hearts 3 and alerting me to the discount.
It was like an Amazon notification.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like, hey, this item that's been in your cart for like 3 or 4 months is now this price. So
Great.
I went on and I've kind of kept saying, like, I'm just waiting for the price to drop, and he's always like, it's never going to drop, man. It's never going to drop. Well, it did. He let me know about it. Went on immediately and purchased the story thus far and Kingdom Hearts 3. So I am the proud owner on PlayStation 4 of every Kingdom Hearts game. Super stoked about that. Yeah, no, it's taking long enough, right? So
Now we just need to get Leo over here to finish Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'll probably finish before him. I wouldn't be surprised.
You probably will.
Yeah. So right now I'm about halfway through Kingdom Hearts. I'm so engulfed in the game, and I'm just like really enjoying it. And it's been a really
I love hearing that.
it's been a really get a little chub there, man. Like
Just a semi.
just semi okay.
I mean, his thing on Discord does say playing with my bulb, so
It is true.
Pretty funny.
It sounds pretty funny when you say it.
So I've been sinking a lot of time into it, when I get home. That's pretty much what I play after work, and just trying to get through the game. It's been a really nice experience because it's been a really long time since I played Kingdom Hearts.
Isn't it such a good game? Oh my god.
The last time I played Kingdom Hearts was on a PlayStation 2. So this is like an interesting experience for me playing it on a PlayStation 4 and getting achievements is kind of like, it's like the other day, freaking achievement popped up because like I've been actually investing in my gummy ship. Like, it's the first time I've ever done it. Every time I've ever played the game, I'm always like, fuck the gummy ship. I don't need this shit. And I just kind of like, I never do anything with it. But I've actually been like upgrading my ship and adding new guns. And I had no idea that you could shoot lasers both down the center and off to the side. What the hell is that? That's freaking crazy. So the first time I customized my ship, I got an achievement that was it was like Gummy Customizer or something like that. And I was like, what the hell? This is crazy. So
I'm telling you now, as you go through the games, the gummy ship, it becomes more and more fun.
I'm honestly, I'm feeling it. And, I used to fast travel wherever I went. I legitimately, whenever I go somewhere, I take the gummy ship and I shoot everything. I just realized there is a freaking scanner that I purchased from Sid that reveals hidden items. What? Like,
yo,
dude, it's like a whole new world, which I'm about to enter. I'm about to enter Agrabah. That's my next stage, which is probably one of my favorites.
By a whole new world, you're gonna say like Atlantis, or Atlantica. What's it called? Atlantia?
That's actually after, right? Is it? Which one's immediately after you finish Tarzan? Because I just finished Tarzan and went back to Traverse Town, and I'm about to go in and visit sad Winnie the Pooh, who's missing all my friends. So I'm going to help him.
Why was he British?
Why is he British?
Winnie the Pooh's British.
I mean, Christopher Robin is.
I'm pretty confident that Winnie the Pooh has a British accent.
How confident are you? How much money are you willing to put down for that?
I'll put down $20.
You put down $20?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and get your phone.
No, we need to virtually shake on this right now.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Go ahead. Wait. Go ahead.
Everyone,
get
everyone say virtual shake on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Virtual shake. Bulba, are you on my side?
I am on your side.
Okay, yes. Okay, S, go ahead, pull up your phone. You got it? Is it open?
Gosh dang it.
We're about to get $20 each.
You have it open? You have your phone open?
I have my phone open.
Okay, type Jim, Jim, Cummings.
Wow, you actually know his name and everything.
Yep.
Okay, look, Jim Cummings does the snake in Jungle Book, right?
Yes, and he also does Darkwing Duck.
This very voice like this.
He does Darkwing Duck. He does Pete.
Yes, but when he does Winnie the Pooh's
and he
voice,
does Winnie the Pooh,
English spin on it.
He does not. Type Jim Cummings, Winnie the Pooh.
It's not very blatant, but
do it now. Do it now.
It's
do it now. Type Jim Cummings, Winnie the Pooh. Do it. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Now press the first YouTube video you could find.
And turn it up loud so we can play for the class.
Yeah.
Of course, to bring these characters to the big screen and what's that like?
Oh, I too like a party. That sounds British to me.
Are you joking?
No, I'm serious. He has a bit of it's not blatant.
All right, followers, we're gonna need to have your input on this.
I would love for you guys to let us know if you think that there is an English accent influence on Winnie the Pooh's voice. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't talk like this, blimey, but there is an English tinge to it. I know there is.
Moving on.
Moving on. Anyway, back to Kingdom Hearts. You guys suck. Okay, anyways.
That's $20, sir. I don't care. I do not care. That's $20
each.
I don't even know where to pick up again.
So you went back to Winnie the Pooh.
No, my save point was in Merlin's hut. No, Merlin's hut, and then I haven't actually gone into 100 Acre Wood yet. But
let me ask you this: where have you unlocked the second world set?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, and what are the options over there?
I haven't gone to the gummy ship yet, so I have no idea on the world map which one has the lowest. Because I'm trying to go in the right order with the amount of stars.
You sissy.
It's just I just like going. No, but okay. Think about this. Let's say instead of going to Wonderland, you go to Olympus, and then once you go to Olympus, you do everything there. Okay, that's 2 stars. Wonderland is 1 star, right? Then let's say you haven't been to Wonderland yet, so you haven't unlocked it on the map, but it's a circle. And then you say, okay, well, the next one is Tarzan's jungle, whatever the hell it is. So you go to the jungle, and that's a 3 star.
Mm-hmm.
The cinematic for when he unlocks the key to the world is like confident, know what I'm doing, puts the key up. But then if you go to Wonderland after, because you haven't done Wonderland yet, it's like the key is down and it starts to shake and goes straight up to the keyhole when the doorknob yawns, and he's like, what the heck? So it's like, how do you go from you're confident, you know what the hell you're doing, to you're like, what? This surprised me. Dude, come on. There's definitely an order.
Because he's not expecting that it's going to be in the dude's mouth.
I don't know. I think it's more like it's the first time it ever happened, so it surprised him. He didn't know.
I think you're just a sissy and don't want to go straight to the
I'm just trying to go in the correct world order, and that is by the stars, right? You go by the number of stars. However, once you get to the second world set, there are, I think, 2 that have the same number. So you can go either or. But in the beginning, you're supposed to go Wonderland, Olympus, and then Deep. It's called Deep Jungle, is it? Deep Jungle?
Deep Jungle.
I think it's Deep Jungle, yeah.
It's Deep Jungle.
You're supposed to do that specifically, and it makes sense.
Always go for the hardest one first, so the other ones are easy.
Anyways, I digress. Oh, you know what else I just learned, right?
What did you learn?
So, you know the mushrooms?
Which ones?
So, the mushrooms, when, they're doing they're like
the ones that
acting out
change colors?
They're acting out spells.
Right.
Okay? I swear to God, I never knew what to do with these fuckers.
Are you serious?
I never knew, right? So then just randomly, I was at Traverse Town, and I walked into one of the rooms, and there were mushrooms, and I was like, oh, not these dummies again. So it was the one where the mushroom was looking up, and there was like a light coming down, and I used lightning. And it's the first time I ever saw a positive reaction from the mushrooms. And it goes like that, and then he does something different. So I was like, what the hell? So I took a step back, and I was like watching them, right? Because usually I run in and I just like swing at him, attack him, and I try and like kill them before they disappear. Apparently that's not what you're supposed to do.
No, it's definitely not what you're supposed to do.
I realized this dude, the next one he was doing was he was like shivering. So I was like, fire? And then it worked. And I was like, what the hell? It was crazy. Like,
you want weird. A little piece of advice for them?
Sure.
You want to do it 3 times in a row. Wait for them to do the same thing 3 times, and by the end, when you're getting ready, I believe it's to make the Ultima, you're going to need those specific items. Because they give off certain element items, and when you're going back to make the Ultima, that's what you're going to need.
I never made the Ultima weapon. I never did item synthesis.
And have you ever encountered the blue ones?
No, I have.
Blue with the yellow head?
Not
in
yet,
the past.
In the past I have. I know I did. I'm pretty sure I did in Hollow Bastion.
Okay, you're going to want the spell, the max spell for arrow. It's like Aeroga or something.
Yeah.
Basically, you're going to want to hit them and keep them in the air as much as you can. The more hits and longer you keep them in the air, the better chance you'll get Mystery Goo, which is also needed for the Ultima.
That is like...
And other certain items, like I think you can make the Save the King and Save the Queen for Donald and Goofy in Kingdom Hearts 1 too.
I'm for sure trying to beat, especially the first one, 100%, because I never done it before. I did. Y'all probably remember. I beat the second one 100%.
Right.
It took a lot of work, but I did it. God, that one was so hard too, but I did it. I can't wait till I get Kingdom Hearts 2. That game's so good.
Well, you also have Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, technically, I believe. I think when they made all the games, it was all the Final Mix versions of them. So you'll also have to, at the very end, there's a battle with a Hood guy, like Organization Hood, in the Hollow Bastion area where you fight Maleficent.
What is Chain of Memories? Because Chain of Memories, wasn't that a Game Boy Advanced game?
It was.
Chain of Memories is the PlayStation adaptation of it. So it's the same game, just with the PlayStation graphics. Like, you're actually playing KH1, but in a Chain of Memories way.
Yeah, it's not
still the cards and everything.
Oh, I was going to say it's the cards, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still all the cards and everything. It's just you have the 3 models and everything like that.
So does it look the same, or it looks?
No,
it looks
it looks
same
like
as
you're playing Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
well, I'm actually kind of excited for that because I actually really like Chain of Memories. I played the hell out of that game.
Likewise.
Oh, also wanted to discuss with you guys before, because I don't want to stay on Kingdom Hearts too long. It's hard when.
You sure? We can.
So hyped about it. So my starting weapon, I chose the shield. Okay.
Because you like the shield hero.
Well, let me explain the reason I did that. Okay, this is from what I didn't look it up. I haven't really looked up anything on the internet. I'm trying to just like go based on my memory. and just like figuring shit out on my own because I feel more accomplished that way. From what I understand, so whatever you pick, you get, because you have to pick one that you want and then one that you give up for it, right? Correct. So then whatever you pick, you start with an extra bonus point towards skill point.
Yeah.
And then the one you give up, you lose a point in that category, right? So, and then the next choice that you make is you talk to Waka, Selfie, and Titus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to choose answer a series of questions, and then you end up getting either you start at early morning, you start midday, or you start at night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty confident that if you start in the morning, you level up faster in the beginning of the game, and then you level up slower at the end of the game. If you start midday, it's even leveling. And if you start at the end at night, it's really slow in the beginning and then fast at the end. So I wanted to do. I
know it alters what abilities you get as you level up, but I don't know anything about it.
That's from what I think somebody told me that when we were in like junior high. So that's what I always thought it was. So this is what
I mean, it might. I just never gave it any thought.
I might be wrong. I haven't looked it up, but just based on that knowledge of what I remembered, I wanted to do the nighttime. So that way I start slow, but then towards the end of the game, I start leveling up super fast because that's where I always had the most trouble in the game. Like when you get to Hollow Bastion and you fight Riku when he does that. You remember he does that flying around bullshit? Like, dude, I had the hardest time beating him. Like, you have no idea, right? So I'm hoping by the time I get there, I'll hit that level up faster, if that's actually what happens. So with that knowledge, I wanted to choose the shield because you get boosted defense point, and then I sacrificed attack. So my sustainability and my health is higher. I don't know. That's my logic, yeah. So that way I could just like sustain. But then like I think in the end your stats all level out. It's just kind of like how you start out though. It does. I think by the time I get there it should be fun.
Like I said, everything that you choose in the beginning alters when you'll get certain abilities. Like if you choose one way, you'll get scan at level 9 or scan at level 13 or scan at 15 or something like that. It alters what level gives you what ability.
As of right now, I think I have I got dodge roll. I think you always get that super early.
Isn't that one just given to you?
I think I got one. I'm not sure if this has anything to do with it, but when I went to Olympus and I fought in the tournament, I ended up beating Cloud. I think it's the first time I ever beat Cloud, like ever. Thank God for dodge roll because he does that, like, and he like rushes at you, and he always does it in like.
Can you do that again?
Yeah, I did it for you. There you go. You're welcome. So he does it. It's like a charge. He does it like 4 times in a row, and the dodge roll really helped. And then the dodge roll also helped because he does this thing where he jumps up in the air, and he brings his sword down right on top of you, and you wait till right at the last minute, you dodge roll out of the way, and then he's just like a free for all. He's standing still. You just wail on him. So I ended up beating him. I think it's the first time I ever beat him. I didn't think you could beat him. I thought it was automatically you always lose to him. So I was
That's the same thing I thought about with Leon too. First time you fight him, but then I beat him once. I was like, oh,
I think I beat him too, and that was weird because it ends kind of the same way, but instead of you falling over first, he takes a knee, and then Yuffie says something about like you're getting rusty or something like that. And I was
something like that.
It's pretty much the same thing, even though it's a different outcome, which is interesting. But I got an ability after I left Olympus, and I don't think I've ever got this ability before. And it's like a rush, Like you hit triangle. Once you equip it, you hit triangle and you rush. It's pretty much the same move. The move that Cloud does, and what it does is it stuns the enemy, and then you just wail on him. And it actually is really useful against the big fat fucks. You know, the big ones, right? The big heartless. Because you stun him, and then it gives you time to walk around him and start hitting him from behind. So, yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts. It's such a good game. I'm glad I started playing it again. Thanks for pressuring me guys to get it, because like it's been too long. It really has just been too long. But I'll keep you posted. I should be, if not close to being done with the game next week. I should be finished. I think I can do it, especially over the weekend.
Think you can do it?
I mean, if I really sink a lot of time in this weekend, yeah, I think so. I think I can beat it. We'll see. I don't know if I'll beat it 100%, because usually you beat it and then you can come back. Like you just keep working on like the Ultima weapon.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I did for Kingdom Hearts 2. So I'll keep you guys posted. But
Please,
yeah, if
do.
you guys want to stay posted on my Kingdom Hearts progression, talk to me in the Discord at me, Esk the host, and we will discuss Kingdom Hearts, let you know where I'm at. And if you haven't played Kingdom Hearts, freaking just play Kingdom Hearts. For the love of God, play Kingdom Hearts. Let's move on, guys. I want to talk a little bit about just a quick announcement that was made. I think it was made today. I guess the Thor 4 movie is actually going to happen. And the director is going to be the same director as Ragnarok, which is Taika Waititi, who did a great job. He gave it a really awesome feel, and it was just overall, it was a pretty good movie. You guys liked Thor Ragnarok, right?
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
I was a big fan of it because it has like that same like goofy and yet serious when it needs to be feel that Guardians has. And I'm a big Guardians fan. Guardians of the Galaxy is like my favorite Marvel movie that's come out thus far. And Thor Ragnarok, they're taking a different kind of spin, because at first Thor was just like really lame, and then once Chris Hemsworth started hitting his stride with the comedy and just his timing was impeccable, like they started utilizing his comedy more in the movies, and he's been doing a great job. But this announcement raises some questions. What the hell is Thor doing on the Guardians ship? Is he actually going to be in Guardians 3? Or is he going to leave the ship before we see Guardians 3 happen? Maybe there's discussion of from like the time that he was on the ship that happens before the movie takes place. Maybe they're like fighting over like how they missed. I would love to see that, actually. Rocket being like, I missed Thor. Like he was the man. I hate you, Quill. Like that'd be fantastic, right? And I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think we're gonna see Thor in Guardians, or is he gonna at some point leave and then that's where we get Thor 4? Bubba, let's start with you.
That'd be cool to see him on Guardians. I mean, hell, he's hilarious on that ship with them.
Oh, dude, the dynamic is great.
Him and Raccoon Boy. I mean, shit.
Yeah,
they're great.
Is Rocket your favorite Guardian that he interacts with, or I mean, because personally,
yes, very much so.
I like.
Well, it's between him and what's his name, Quill? Yeah,
and Star-Lord.
Yeah,
that
it's
like
Star-Lord, because he's like, I'm still the boss. Yeah, you're the boss.
I like how they set up a bit of a rivalry, and at the same time, like, if you remember in Infinity War, Rocket made a comment about how Quill had put on a few pounds, and then he gets dusted, right? And then Thor puts on hella weight and becomes Fat Thor, And then it's like so now they're both heavy. Obviously, Thor's heavier, but like I like that it set up this opportunity where they're both on the same ship, and they can like both kind of get into shape with each other. So I was hoping to have this like competition with them on the ship, I think that's what I was looking forward to the most. Yes, Rocket is great. Yes, they have this like buddy cop feel that's really it's awesome. Him being on Thor's shoulder, just like it's friggin' awesome, you know. But that potential competition between Thor and Quill is just so good. It's so good. And you throw in the search for Gamora with that, like, oh, dude, that sets up some hilarious one-liners between the two of them. Like, I'm so hoping that that's what we get. What about you, Leo? Are you interested in seeing Thor involved with the Guardians crew?
Oh yeah, man. Like Bulba said, that was one of the best parts, seeing that dynamic. He's hilarious with them in there. I think it would be great.
They really set up Thor for being able to interact with that crew, didn't they? Because, like I said, he was so dry and just like serious, and then like he's really evolved into this comical character. It's almost like they were setting it up to where he could interact with the Guardians the way that he has been, like, with
Sure,
comical.
it did seem that way. Yeah, that's a good way to view it.
So hopefully, being that we're jumping into this phase 4 with the cosmic phase, we definitely see more of Thor involved with the Guardians. But yeah, definitely excited for Thor 4. Can't wait to see what happens. I hope we get Adam Warlock, like they kind of set that up with the that species that believes in perfection, and they're gold. And
yeah.
Like that Adam, like you got that teaser, remember, at the end of Guardians 2, like they created Adam Warlock. I hope we see him. I'd love to see Adam Warlock interact with Thor. I think that'd be freaking awesome. So yeah, we'll see. We'll keep you guys posted on anything else we hear. But my last topic before we move on to Leo and his topics today, I want to talk a little bit about something serious, sort of serious. Some of you guys might have heard that there was it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's more like a leak that there is an actress for those of you who have seen Captain Marvel, that was cast as the next 007 in the next James Bond movie. Not James Bond necessarily, but as 007. And you might remember she is Captain Marvel's friend, and sometimes it seems like they're a little more than friends. I don't know if you guys kind of noticed that, but it's definitely
I still
there.
haven't seen the movie.
You haven't? For
No.
real?
I haven't gotten around to it.
Oh, dude, come on, man.
That's just Bulba said.
Come on, Boba. So, Lashana Lynch, she is trying to remember what her name is in. I think it's Rambo. Isn't it like Rambo or something like that?
I can't remember, man.
I think it's Rambo. I can't remember what her first name is, but she's like not captain, but like Lieutenant Rambo or Sergeant Rambo. And she's been cast as this next 007 character in the next James Bond movie. Again, this hasn't been confirmed. This is all speculation, but there was like a breaking story over the weekend. And at first, like everything's really clickbaity. They just want you to click on their article, and the way that they phrase it is like, oh, the next 007 is her, and they don't make it clear that it's like Bond is still present as Daniel Craig in the movie. A few months back, they were talking about completely recasting Bond and rebooting with a new Bond verse. Right now we're in the Daniel Craig Bond verse, but in the same way that we had Pierce Brosnan, before, they were talking about starting over and ending Daniel Craig's Bond verse because I think they were having a hard time scheduling him for the movie. So I can't remember who it was that they were trying to get involved with this. I want to say, oh gosh, he was Thor's friend. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. He died. Thanos killed him. The black guy. What is his name? I'm trying to remember.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. They were talking to. Thank you so much. He always has this difficult name that it's so hard for me to remember.
It's very unique. I thought you would think that you'd be able to remember it easily.
I know too many names. So Idris Elba, he was suspected to be cast as the next James Bond. Freaking perfect. I think he's got that Rico suaveness, just like he pulls it off, this confidence about just the way he is. Like I could totally see him being a ladies' man, just like sweeping all the women off their feet. And that's who James Bond is, like regardless of whether or not you think he's a sexual deviant womanizer, like that's who he always has been, all the way back to freaking Sean Connery. He's just been this suave dude, and like that's his MO, And being that the wording was really vague and that I'd known that they were thinking about recasting him prior, I was like, okay, like my first comment on this post from one of my friends about her being cast, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can buy into this. Read the article. It was a really confusing article, the way they were phrasing it. But in the end, like I came back to the article and read it, and then I had a friend talk to me about it, and I was like, yeah, it looks like it's going to be more like she's the new 007, and he, like Daniel Craig's Bond, like has retired from MI6 or something like that, and she's kind of taking the moniker of 007 because someone's got to be the 007. If you guys think back to Pierce Brosnan's GoldenEye, when he was 007, well, Sean Bean was 006. So like there are multiple agents. Like if James Bond retires from MI6, someone's got to fill. I go on this post on my Facebook, it's like comment with some of these people, and I was just like, look, if they do like a passing of the mantle type thing, I'm totally okay with it, but I don't know if I can buy into them completely rebooting Bond as a woman. I don't really care if she's black. Like that's completely, I have no problems with that. But just as a woman, like how can you do that? James Bond is a man. Like he's a male character. He's always been a male character. He has these characteristics that are exclusively to men. And not to say that, and this was thrown in my face repeatedly, like there's nothing about James Bond that a woman can't do. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like it's been over 50 years now that we've had James Bond. Yes, a woman can do everything that James Bond has been doing. He has had people assisting him in the movie, other agents, Moneypenny, like they're all capable people. They can do exactly what he does. Yes, but the characteristics of him being this suave dude, it works better with a guy than a girl. And not only that, but I'm like emotionally tied to the character. I've been watching James Bond movies since I was a freaking little kid, and my dad would go out and do work in the backyard, and he would just like turn on a James Bond movie and go here and stick me in front of the boob tube, and I would just sit there enamored with this dude who had a freaking bomb in his pen, and he just turned the pen and threw the pen, and it was a freaking grenade, and he had this dope ass car, and it was like I've always loved the character. And Pierce Brosnan upped the game because then they came out with GoldenEye and N64, and that was like a freaking cultural phenomenon, dude. Like I'd have cousins come over, and we're on the 4-person split screen, and we're all like fighting over who can get the golden gun first. And it's like, dude, like James Bond has been a huge part of my life for years, and I would hate to see him be changed just to satisfy some people who have a desire to have a female James Bond. So then, out of the blue, this woman comes in, and she sees that my stance is contrary to being supportive of a potential woman being this next James Bond, and not even to mention that, hey, like that's actually not what's happening. And she comes out of freaking nowhere and goes on this long rant about how she's been playing the games and been watching James Bond since she was a kid, and she's always loved the character, and she loves how women can be cast in these roles and show little girls that women can do anything, and that she goes, it's just my opinion, but because this is your opinion, she called me a misogynistic pig. And it's weird. It's like I had to erase the number of days since incident board because it's been a really long time since I've been called a misogynistic pig. Like I was like 200 days deep. I was doing so good. I almost hit a year.
200 days deep.
And it's just like really disappointing because like sometimes you run across somebody who's like that. And the whole reason I bring this up is, yes, I'm a big James Bond fan. Keep an eye out for that, especially if they come out with I've heard rumors they're going to come out with another James Bond game, which is awesome because I've always been on board with the James Bond video games. But the The reason I bring this up is there's a problem right now in nerd culture where there's like this negative divisiveness. And on one side, I like to think about Star Wars. Like, I love Star Wars. Any Star Wars, give it to me. I love it. Like Keanu. I love movies. I love watching them. I love making them. I love movies. You guys heard that clip?
I have
it's
not.
so great.
That was pretty good.
Keanu is just freaking. The dude is zen, dude. He's just zen. Like, he's the best. Anyways, there's this divide among nerds. Star Wars is fantastic. I love Star Wars. You'll notice that in these next movies that have been released, like the sequel movies, sequel trilogy, we have another one coming out this December, the final episodic movie of the Skywalker saga. They've been casting more ethnically diverse people. They've been casting more women in lead roles. I cannot tell you how many people I know who have had problems with this, where they're seeing it and they're saying it's too much, it's too noticeable. They're pushing an agenda, not my Star Wars, right? It's so horrible. It drives me nuts because they're using that as an excuse for why this Star Wars isn't what they want to be. Driving me absolutely crazy. That's one side. Then we have on the other side people who react to those people, which is that lady that called me a misogynistic pig without knowing my opinion, without knowing that I'm a huge supporter of the ethnic diversity and the women in leading roles in Star Wars, or that I was totally on board with a black Ariel and Mermaid. Without knowing any of that, she immediately assumed that I was one of these people that is always against ethnic diversity, women in roles, all this BS, and calls me a misogynistic pig, when in reality, I just want to preserve James Bond as the male James Bond that I've grown up knowing. Because he's my dude. He's a character I've been following for the longest time, and I have an affinity for that specific character. And I don't want to see him be changed in order to satisfy a portion of the fan base, because there's an equally large portion that just likes him as James Bond. This kind of leads me into, overall in nerd culture, there's just this negative division between nerds, where you're either on one side where you're like super negative about all this crap, or you're responding to all the negativity, and it's just like feeding into itself. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here and I just want to enjoy nerd culture. I want to talk about it on Gathering Reviews. I want to engage with people in Discord, and I don't want to call nobody names. I don't want to be called a misogynistic pig. I just want to love nerd culture and enjoy it with other people. It's a problem, guys. Wouldn't you say?
It definitely is, and I think this is a good springboard to talk about what's been happening in my neck of the woods, what I've been paying attention to and been around this week. I know you guys don't really keep up on the Smash News. I know we play and stuff like that and have our time that we play in the Discord and whatnot, but there was a 15-year-old girl who entered a tournament. This is old news now. I believe it might have even been like a month ago or maybe a little less. And she beat Ally, one of the top pro Smash players. She played Isabelle. He was using his snake, and she beat him in bracket. And like the Smash community just like came out and like just started bullying her. And like to the point that she had made some posts on Twitter saying stuff like, I wish I had never even won because the fame is ridiculous. And
that's despicable.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts. And here's the thing. When I heard that Smash Ultimate was coming out, I was fiending for Smash News. I went at the time, and I still am, but I work a lot. And at the time, I had been getting into podcasts even more, and I typed in Smash Bros on Apple Podcasts, and I found the Smash Bros cast, which is how I found N64 Josh and Nightcrawler, and eventually Beyond the Metagame.
And how Gathering Your Bros came to be.
Yes, the inception. But when I found the Smash Bros cast, one of the things that kind of drew me in was Josh and Crawler were not pros. They were pretty much just like us. They wanted to get better at the game, but they loved the characters. They wanted to, share their love and community with Smash. And so I ended up meeting a lot of cool, chill people through Josh's Discord because the community there are people like us. And including us, because I think we're all in there too. But just people who want to enjoy the culture, want to enjoy their games, talk with people who are like-minded, and kind of keep all that negativity out. This, I guess, will kind of lead into my topic, since you guys really didn't play Smash this that much this week, and I did, but it nothing really great out of it.
Sorry. I know we talked last week a little bit about me playing more quick play and then doing an assessment this week, but I've just been so engulfed in Kingdom Hearts.
Failure.
Hey, that's how it is. That's how it is. I get it, and I'll get more into that later. But our shout out to our mod again, Gabe, who actually today was talking about this. I won't name names, I won't name anything, but I just so happened to join this Discord that talks Smash, and I had played a couple of people in there.
Sounds dirty.
And one of these, yeah, exactly. One of the people that I had played and I had beat a little while ago, like we had a competitive set, basically subtweeted me. They said, "I don't care if this Toon Link player is in here. He's annoying, and I hated playing against him." And then someone else behind him chimed in and said, "Yeah, I watched the game that he played against this particular person, and it was hard to watch." And so, I chimed in with, being called campy and all that, like I typically do as a Toon Link player, is just part of me playing this character. It's just how it's going to be. But the Smash community in general, other than what we're trying to cultivate, what's in Beyond the Metagames, what's in Josh's here and there still, because a lot of people have started playing other games, but the Smash community in general, the nerd culture community, is riddled with negativity, with people trying to bring you down, trying to lift themselves up. And I think I speak for everybody here at Gathering of Bros, where we say we like to poke fun at each other and make jokes and keep it light, but we also want to enjoy nerd culture, and we don't want to put anybody down for that. So,
and don't get me wrong, sometimes we get heated and we get super competitive,
and
but
salty.
At the end of the day,
very, very salty. Like super salt.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to boil out some of this extra salt that I got, but
it's like the hottest pepper. Was that the ghost pepper or something now?
I think it's hot. I think there's something hotter than ghost pepper now. But anyway,
think there is. Yeah.
Well, whatever is the hottest pepper, that's the exact opposite for the salt. That's the salt we get.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So in the end, we're all friends. We all enjoy nerd culture, and we don't want to make anybody feel bad for being part of our discussion in our Discord. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I know what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
You feel me?
What?
No, I'm in a different state. I don't feel you.
Not physically. Quick topic, because again, shout out to Gabe. The topic I was going to say is camping, because I got called someone who camps. Camping. Is it optimal Smash, or is it just annoying spam? We'll do a little quick thing. Bulba, what would you say about camping? Oh, of course, to the person who's not who's not doing it, I guess. Yeah, but but what would you say about camping?
It is damn annoying.
It is.
But
annoying.
I say that, and I also say this, that it depends on your character, because like you with Tink. And I like to say Tink because
Tink, Yink, and Link.
because it's funny, and you camp a lot, so it's annoying, and I like to make fun of you somehow. Anywho, no, but frankly, camping is just a tactic. If you're not good enough to avoid this so-called camping and overcome it, then you need to work on your play, because it can be overcome. You can win. It's up to your skill level. If you can't do it, then you need to practice. You need to face people that camp a lot, like I do with you. And I've actually started to overcome your campingness. Wouldn't you say?
You have, sir. Yes, you have. I've had to do a lot of mix-ups and kind of approach more than I used to now. So I would definitely say so.
So yeah, like I just think that it's character based. If you have the character that is a mid-tier that his pretty much all he has is his projectiles and has to camp, I mean, that's like you always say, that's how you play the character. That's how you smash.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. No,
so I mean, that's my opinion on that one.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was well said. When you're kind of playing that character, regardless of what your reason for playing the character is, it's kind of just how it is. Like, shout out to King We Take Those, who plays King DDD. And he may be low tier, but the way that he uses him is not low tier. And also, if you're on the opposite side and you're playing against him, you just got to learn how to approach when he's doing the Gordos and stuff. So, how about you, Esk? Optimal smash or just annoying spam?
Well, the way I see it, I compare playing zone the same as I do with the kamikaze crap. Like Kirby swallowing you, dive bombing, spinning you out towards the bottom of the map, and then flying back up while you fall to your death, or King Dedede doing that stupid suicide crap, or Bowser grabbing you and dive bombing.
Yeah, like, it goes on. The list goes on.
Here's the thing:
good amount.
If that wasn't something that you could or should be able to do, they wouldn't have put it in the frickin' game. I actually never realized that was a viable strategy, especially with Kirby, because it's been like forever since I've played this game. And I never realized that Kirby has that possibility too. Like I first discovered it with Bowser. Somebody played me with Bowser and dive bombed me, and I was like, "Oh, okay, so that's you're gonna get your dub. You just screw it. He only has one more stock anyways, and he suicided me, right?"
Yeah, they call it Bowser side.
Yeah, and then P. Murph did it to me, and I was just like done, because not only did he do it to me once, he did it to me twice.
Dude, I started laughing so hard when I first got this game and played against Murph.
It's hilarious,
God.
Right?
I couldn't stop laughing. Like, how did I just lose to that?
It's super annoying, but it's like if they could pull it off, you can't hate them for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I see the zone as the same exact thing. Yes, it's hell of annoying, but it wouldn't be part of the game if it wasn't meant to be done. And yes, I get salty mostly because I feel like Leo could do it a little less and still beat me just as successfully. But he does it so much. That's the only reason why I really get salty. Not the fact that he does it at all. Like, it's part of the kit. I understand that. But God, he just does it so much. But even then, I can't blame him for doing it. Because that's part of the kit for the character. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Do I wish he would do it a little less? Yeah. But
hey, Ask, do you wish that I would camp a little less?
I mean, yeah. I'll make that Gathering of Bros official. Yeah.
Gathering of Bros official.
I think you should camp a little less.
We just made it God official.
Yeah, we're gonna start using the Gathering of Bros emote on statements, like make it God official.
You heard it here. Hashtag God official.
Oh, man.
Here's the deal, man. I don't see how anybody can complain about it and call it cancer or call it cheap, because it's like
Well, they call it cancer and they call it cheap because they lost to it, and they're
They
salty.
don't know how to counter it. I mean, like, I don't know how to counter it either. I don't know what to tell you. I can't figure it out. Like,
I'll tell you how to counter it right here. Want to hear it? Get good.
I mean, it's strange because I'll start playing games against Leo, and like, I come out strong, and he's missing me with all his projectiles, and I'm feeling myself.
Boomerang?
Feeling myself, and I'm like, I'm in sync. I'm missing his arrows. I'm dodging all this shit. I'm pretty sure I was in voice chat with Gabe the other day, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it. But I have less damage on the first stock than Leo does, right? I've audibly said that. And in like 3 seconds after that, I was killed. And then he started teabagging me. And then I'm one stock down, and like at that point I had been doing so good dodging all his projectiles, and it was just over. It's like he hit me with everything. He was throwing boomerang at freaking predicting the future speeds, and freaking like his I swear to God, like I saw his arrow change direction, and freaking like he threw his bomb up in the air, and I swear to God it was up there for like a whole minute, and then I turned around and then oh shit, I got hit with a bomb. Where did that come from? Has it been up there this whole time? Like, dude, shit was crazy. So like right when I think I'm doing good with it and I'm like starting to get the feel, it's like he turns it on my head. I don't know if he like realizes that he's in a pattern, and then he goes, okay, I got to break the pattern. Yeah. Time for pattern 15. And he throws out this
got game plans and patterns.
I swear to God, he does, man. And he's like, it's like freaking in the Mighty Ducks, Flying V, and he like calls out this freaking play, and like he's doing something completely different now.
Oh man,
dude, I swear to God, man. So yes, it's annoying. Yes, I can't beat it, but am I gonna sit here and freaking like berate him for doing it? Probably a little bit, but but I'm not gonna like shame him for playing a character that way, because that's how the game was friggin' made. Like, have I in the past gotten on him for doing it like so much? Yes, because I'm trash, and that's it. Like, it's just not necessary. I'm trash, you know. But that's besides the point, everybody. I do understand there is a problem with people who make too big of a deal about it, and I'm sure you've gotten a lot of it, Leo. I'm sure you have, because I'll be part of your profile.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I got, for everyone who has followed me since N64 Josh's before Gathering Bros, and I've told you guys too, I had an Instagram message one time. Some dude went out of his way to look me up on Instagram. You know, it's funny because what if my username wasn't Leo Veritas on Instagram? How would he like? So he found he went for it, and the funny thing was, I'm pretty confident like the dude beat me. It was close, but the dude like beat me still, and he went out of his way to message me and tell me to stop playing a trash character and get good. Like I'm sure he said something. He said something more cuss worthy.
His pride, you know why? Because his pride was hurt that he almost lost to you, and that's how you were.
Yeah, I guess so. But this most recent one was against someone I actually beat, so it was funny to actually finally have someone who got mad at me because that they were salty that they lost. But regardless, just one thing I'll say, Esk, is before I move on to the tournament corner that's very small this week because I'm the only one who joined anything.
How much we said?
Yeah. Basically, when you come out and you're doing good against me, there's two factors. There's two factors. One is you're actually properly reading how I'm throwing the projectiles. Okay? So what's happening is you're like, all right, he's going to throw the bomb. He's going to throw the boomerang. There's the arrow. Boom. And then what you're doing is, and you're doing it on autopilot, apparently. You're
no proper read. It predicts the future.
Yeah. You block and you go forward. You block and you go forward. You block and you go forward, or you dodge, or you jump and then like do the cross slash or the crescent. I don't know what that move is called, but either way, like, and then you're in. And once you're in, you start tilting. Tilt. Yeah, exactly. Tilt. So that is something that it expends a lot of brain power to do, but that, like, if I get campy and I'm just set in my camping ways, that's the perfect way to get me. What happens is I realize once you're in, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm on autopilot. I need to get off autopilot. And it's because just like when we had played before, I started to try to become competitive. You basically, like, you would figure out the pattern because I would just do it. Like, I'm like, okay, bomb, boomerang, arrow, bomb, boomerang, arrow. And it's just like, it was very easy to predict. What I started doing is I started just arrow, 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 arrow. And then you're like, okay, like he's done throwing projectiles. Like you like wait a second, like to see if you're going to block. And at that point I come in and dash attack you. Or I throw a bomb and then I throw one up. And then once the other one explodes, I pull another one out, and then I jump up in there and throw it and catch the one that was coming down. Like I've learned to do different things so that I'm not as predictable. But you're like I've been telling you, you're not giving yourself enough credit with how well that you've actually been learning, whether you're realizing it or not. But regardless, quick tournament corner. I entered Tropical Strife 5.
Talk about how much Leo does it suck.
I entered Tropical Strife 5, which was on Sunday morning, and I went 4-2, 2 DQ wins, but as Bulba has constantly been telling me, we take those. And, yeah, I got 7th. There was 38 people who joined. I actually made their little graphic, so if you want to see that, I think I posted it in our little online area that we have now, the chat that I created. So I had fun with that one. It was cool, and it's cool to be on a little graphic. They have a little power ranking, a PR for their tournaments, and I made that too. I've been in only 2 so far, but I'm 16th out of all the people who have joined, so that's pretty cool also. Another quick couple of topics. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid had an unexpected update drop. It was kind of like a almost shadow drop. I think it was like a day before, or even a couple. No, actually, it was the morning of there, and later in the day, Xbox and the Switch both got the update. The update went live. So they added Trey of Triforia, which is the Gold Ranger from Power Rangers Zeo, and they added Jen Scott's the Time Force Pink Ranger. She is pretty OP. I won't lie to you. And basically, I got engulfed again. So I started playing again.
That's the G.O.B. word of the day. Engulfed.
Apparently, yeah. I literally have been splitting my time. So I've been after my son goes to sleep, I've been playing Smash for about an hour or so, sometimes 45 minutes, and then I will hop on Battle for the Grid. And I usually play that because they're honestly, please, if you're listening to this, please consider getting this game. It's literally like a Marvel vs. Capcom or Dragon Ball Fighters, or it's a 3v3, and there's like assists and stuff. It's cool. Bulba got it on a whim, and
yeah, I wouldn't call that a whim. I would call that a drunken purchase.
Okay, he got it as a drunken purchase, but it's $20 if you want to get the DLC. I think it's more, but it's fun. It's fun for what it is. And so I am promoting it, and we had
because we're not getting paid at all.
I'm not getting paid. And Anvil thought I actually worked for them, but I don't. but I wish I did. It's fun. And they have crossplay between Xbox also, and you can do direct matches now. That they didn't have that before, and now you could play someone directly. That's how I played Bulba when he was drunk. but
and actually held my own with you, kind of.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to say is I started playing Splatoon 2 again with my wife. Shout out to @ChrissyVeritas. She is in the G.O.B. She's in N64 Josh's. She joined a Splatoon Discord specifically to find people to play with. But it's fun, man. If I know this is the last Splatfest, I believe that's coming up this weekend, and I don't know how much it'll die down after that, and I don't know how much you're willing to put in to get it, but for what it is, it's for those of you who don't know, it's paintball. It's pretty much a glorified paintball match Nintendo style. It's fun. I would recommend getting it. I'm going to be splitting my time between a bunch of games because I'm also going to be picking up Ultimate Alliance 3, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which is coming out.
A Mortal Kombat game. Ultimate Alliance 3.
I think it's a multiplayer, but I'm picking that up on Friday. So I think Chrissy's gonna play it with me because I asked her to, and because Bulba isn't gonna play it, and Esk bought Kingdom Hearts, so he ain't gonna play it, and
I'll play it, but
I'm not buying it for you. I'm not buying it for you, but yeah. So if you
I'll fly you buy.
If you're picking up Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, let me know in our Discord. And if you have any qualms, about joining a Discord, or you don't know what,
oh man, we got some good words today.
If you don't know what a Discord is, it's basically a glorified chat room where you can voice chat with people. You can just text if you don't feel like talking.
I compare it to like Reddit in the same way that like different topic threads and everything like that.
Yeah.
But it has voice options and, more interactive options.
Yeah, and it's more chill. But either way, yeah.
And
so,
less like perverse. Like we just talk about games, guys.
well, at least in our Discord, I'm sure there's not safe for work stuff. Yeah, with you, Bulba.
Bulba, what kind of debauchery are you part of on Discord?
I would like to plead the fifth.
All right.
There's another good word, debauchery. That's good.
Okay.
But we've already had one G.O.B. word of the day, so we can save that for the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's pretty much the quick fire topics that I had to go through.
Quick fire topics.
I know our episode came out a little late this week, so we didn't really get to get any takes on the Yoda versus Bulbasaur fight.
We're gonna leave that up, and we'll talk about it more.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
We'll talk about it some more. Gosh, man, we'll talk about it some more in the Discord, and we'll probably create like the thread and everything now that the episode just kind of went out, and you guys have had time to marinate on it, and then we'll come back next week with hopefully something we could read that's like some really great takes on what that battle would look like and how it would happen in the first place. But again, guys,
you say battle, but all I hear is massacre.
Make it as bloody as possible. Hopefully, like Yoda, loses an ear because the Bulbasaur is like blah, blah, and he like throws a razor leaf at him.
What? And
then Yoda's like bitch, and
Oh man.
Take it from there, guys. Take it from there. So, yeah. And with that, we're going to move on to some anime talk because, gosh, I just love anime. We do sometimes.
We never do.
When we leave ourselves room at the end of the show, we do.
Yeah.
But let's talk a little bit about what we're watching right now and any notable shows and kind of like what we're liking, what we're not liking. Not too long, but let's start with you, Bulba. What are you watching right now?
What am I watching right now? I just finished watching what's it called? The Asterisk War. That was actually pretty good. It's another one of those kind of like the night. What is that one? What was it called?
Chivalry Night.
Yeah, that one I told you to watch, and it was like my top favorite. I can't believe I actually forgot the name of it.
Chivalry Befell Night.
Yeah, that one. I still think it's my top 5, but I can't remember the name of it. So that's what I got to tell you about that. So yeah, I watched the Asterisk War. That one was actually pretty good. I recommend watching it if you ever run out of things to watch. Because I mean, it was good, but it wasn't like I need to watch it. Good. If that makes sense. What was that other one so we actually started a manga reading book club in our Discord, and one of the books, or the very first book that we started with is pull it up, Ari Furita from Commonplace to World's Strongest.
Ari Ferretta, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Well, the manga is incredible. I highly recommend reading it because it's just really that good. But they started an anime for it. It's got 2 episodes now. I think the second one came out yesterday or something like that. And I'll tell you, if you don't read it and you watch it, then it's really good. But if you read it, which I'm sure kind of applies to most manga to anime creations, if you read it first and then you watch it, you're kind of disappointed. Basically, I'm disappointed because of the timestamps of the events that happen in the anime versus the manga. In the manga, it goes one way, and then in the anime, it's going a completely different way. I mean, it still goes to the same place, but how it gets there and who it shows and what it shows is completely different.
That's really interesting.
But yeah, so those 2, that's pretty much all I got.
Sweet, man. Keep the journey going. And
the journey is a going, and it's not a stopping.
Gabe's trying to recruit me into the manga club that you guys got going on, but I haven't really ever been a manga fan. I love anime, but manga, even from before I started watching anime, I was just never really interested in manga. Especially like
I never really was either.
Reverse. Like that shit's annoying.
I'll tell you now, I really was never like super into manga. I mean, I read like those. You remember the show and jumps that
smut manga?
No, you remember the show and jumps that people? I think who was it? Xavier that used to bring it to school.
Yeah, he was.
I do remember.
Where it was like those short little snippets of the show, or not the show, but the manga itself.
Yeah, I had a couple of Dragon Ball Z manga books. They started selling them at Barnes and Noble, and then it would be a thing. Like there would be like a couple of us walking around. Yeah,
I thought you had to do one of those subscription things to it.
No.
Oh, interesting. Well, anyway, so I started reading those a little bit here and there, and I never really had a big interest in it because I don't like to read. But as my interest in anime grew, and I started to and boobs. And I started to appreciate the art and the stories more. Reading the manga just makes it that much better because if it doesn't have an anime, you have and you do watch anime yourself, you can kind of piece together how the anime would look with just what they give you in the manga.
Imagination.
Thanks, SpongeBob.
So you piece it together, and then once you get really into this book or manga, reading through it is a breeze because 90% of the time there's really nothing to read. It's more just looking at the picture and kind of seeing how the scene is laying out, and then every once in a while you'll have a little thing to read. But
action scenes.
Yeah, it's majority action. I guess it depends on the manga you read, but for me, I like the action ones. It's like a majority action and then few things they say here and there and
dialogue here and there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like you, I was never really into it until I started really diving deep into anime, and then I got the appreciation for the manga.
Maybe I'll give it a shot. I know you mentioned.
Yeah, I recommend you giving it a shot because it's great.
Copies, you just do the app, so that's actually super convenient.
Yeah.
I'll consider it. But Leo, let's move on to you and hear what you've been doing with the anime genre recently.
Well, technically this week I haven't been watching any anime because I've been trying to
gasp.
I've been trying to binge Stranger Things 3. So
I still haven't seen Stranger Things.
Get on my level, son.
I'm almost done. I'm on
this shit in 2 days.
You don't have a life.
I don't have a wife.
Yeah, that's it. No,
you do have a wife. She's with you at all times.
Oh no, we're not going down this path. So, yeah, I beforehand I started on your recommendation watching Radiant. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's hard. It's hard to
Really?
get. Yeah,
Dude,
I think I was
super
like
weird.
I was like I'm 8 episodes in, and it didn't grip me at all, man.
Boba, have you seen it?
I haven't started watching it based off what him and Gabe and I think
Oh, dude,
One of
y'all
our
are
other
tripping.
mods.
I
Yeah.
can't believe you guys haven't been hooked based on just like the story that it's setting up. They're setting up something that's fantastic.
it
They're setting up
sounds a lot
mystery of,
like Steins Gate for me, where it wouldn't bring me in, so
not
it's hard
at
to
all,
watch.
bro. Dude, you guys are tripping.
I don't
think
know.
you should.
I don't know.
Like I said,
you
I
should
haven't
watch,
watched
like,
it
an
yet, so I
episode or
don't
two.
know. But just based off what they were saying, it sounds like me with Steins Gate.
It
Like,
is a bit
let
on
me-
the slower side.
Let me say, Esk, because you know me, I've pushed through, and I'm gonna push through. I'm not saying I'm stopping. I just I wanted to watch Stranger Things, but it's taken a little longer than it should for me to get into that show in particular, and it really is slow. Like, I get it. I get that it, like you said, it's kind of a spiritual successor to Fairy Tale, and I get
Yeah.
that. And and in that same vein, I feel like Fairy Tale kind of jumped into the almost like serious nature sooner, because right now I'm like episode 8, episode 9, and it's still kind of like they're
There's
setting
no
things up.
stakes. Yeah.
But it's slow, and it's silly, and like where's the I'm trying to push through. I'm gonna push through.
Give it
but-
time. The first season gets way better towards the second half.
Yeah,
And what I will say is that I think they were trying to stretch out this season as much as they could. They probably could have got through this season in maybe like 12, 13 episodes.
I believe
But
it.
they stretched it to like 21. And I think the next season, which is going to come out in October, I'm pretty sure. Like it's going to be fantastic, dude.
Oh, there's only
telling
one
you.
season to this?
Yeah, so far.
Only one season right now, but there's 21 episodes, and
Oh, okay.
going to be one that we're going to be following. Time, I'm pretty confident. Like, just put through it. I'm sure, even if it's not your favorite anime, I'm sure it's an anime you'll revisit once new episodes come out. I'm that confident. Like, I'm sold on it.
I kind of like the art. I just pulled it up on Funimation right now. I kind of like the art of it, so I think I'll actually start
Oh
watching
yeah,
it tonight.
it's
No,
fantastic.
yeah,
the
I highly
dude, the
enjoy it.
voice acting is fantastic as well.
It's done.
Big.
It's done very.
I can-
It's done.
I
Very
can actually see why you say it's a fairy tale, whatever it was you said.
Oh, once you start
The
watching
main
it,
dude looks like Natsu.
yeah.
No,
What-
totally, yeah. So
Yeah.
he's like the brown-haired Natsu, but at the same time, he's also like just the concept of the story and what it's dealing with, and how it kind of like
and even
deals
the
with
music,
magic.
even the music that it uses sometimes.
Dude, totally.
during
I totally got
Tale
Fairy
vibe.
Tale vibes.
Yeah,
It was just like,
yeah.
dude, think about like Fairy Tale was good, but like when I started watching Fairy Tale, I think when you started watching Fairy Tale, Leo, there was a lot of episodes that you could watch.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of. I remember at first. I told you I was like, I don't know if I can get into this. You were like, just watch it, bro. Just watch
Yeah.
it. But at that time,
I
it was
said
like
the same
all the
thing to
way.
Boba.
It was all the way to freaking Jalal, you know. So
Yeah.
like I freaking was watching on a Netflix, and it took me like a good 10 episodes to really get sold on Fairy Tale. But once I was, dude, I was all about it. So I think this is gonna be one of those episodes. Shows where it is a popular anime. It was so popular that it was renewed right away. I think it's going to be around for years to come. The story is really compelling. Like dude, trust me. Have you seen the big battle yet? There's a big battle. You would know what I'm
Spoilers!
talking about.
Spoilers!
No, I have not. I'm
Give
on
it
episode
time.
9.
Once you see the big battle, you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. I'm telling you, it's like hell of intriguing. They're about to open up a can of worms that's like going to take like seasons of this show to really dive into. And
Huh.
it's like it's the same shit that they did for Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, it's dude, it's going to be so good. I'm sold on this show. I'm glad you watched it. Just give it another chance, and I'm sure you'll.
I'll push through. Like I said, I'm gonna go back to it when I'm done watching Stranger Things.
Yeah, definitely put through Stranger Things. You know, I was posting. For those of you that follow Twitter, you know, I monitor our Twitter, and I'm constantly sharing different things. You know, I was real big on this season of Stranger Things. I hope y'all watched it too, because I'm waiting for these guys to possibly watch it, and then we can discuss it a little. But
I
it was a
haven't
good
seen
season.
Stranger Things at all.
Oh, dude, you should probably watch.
Yeah, I would recommend it, Bulba. I know this isn't an anime rec, but I would recommend it. It's really good, and it's done very well. And
what is it exactly?
It's a supernatural-ish show.
Okay, I'm in.
So yeah,
set in the 80s.
It's set in the 80s.
Okay, man.
But yeah, it's good though. It's good. You definitely
fantastic. Bro.
Definitely watch it. It's very binge worthy and very good.
It's Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you got my account, so utilize that shit.
I use it.
Anyways, let me move into my anime segment. We end our show today. I want to talk about two things. Two shows that we watch that I want to kind of discuss on where they're at right now, and then I'll start with a new show that I've been watching. D. Gray Man. You guys have heard of D. Gray Man, I'm sure.
I watched it.
No.
I didn't watch any of the new stuff, but I've watched it.
How much have you seen?
I haven't watched any of the new stuff. I watched the entire anime before they started making the new stuff.
You really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a deep anime. I'm only 21 episodes in. So
long time ago.
What's your opinion of anime?
Wow, there's 5 deals on
There's hella episodes, bro. Anyways.
Yeah.
Leo, what's your opinion of D. Gray Man?
I really liked it. Obviously, it's the same voice as the dude who does Natsu, ironically.
Yeah, I know. I love that.
Add to queue.
Oh yeah, dude, it's pretty good. Like, it took me a little bit to get into it, but I'm starting to like the dynamic of the main characters and like their opening mysteries and things. And there's like some sort of looming prophecy that is like so reminiscent of the Chosen One from Star Wars, and I'm about that type of crap. So
it's good, man. Watch it.
Yeah, watch it. Watch it, bro. Because I'm only 21 episodes in, but I'm pretty sold on it. And the second part of my anime discussion that I want to lead is freaking Attack on Titan, dude.
I need to get up on that.
Shit,
Me
dude.
too. I'm not caught up.
Oh, guys. Oh my.
Did they finish the season or?
God. No, I want to say there's maybe 2 or 3 more episodes left. Holy shit, dude.
Oh, if I start watching where I left off, I should make it.
The second half of season 3, this is the best of the anime I've seen so far. It's so good.
What episode starts the second half?
The last 3 episodes were like ball tingling. They were so good, and I watched them. I watch them in the morning, so I get to work early, right? And
so you get to work with the chub, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So I go to work early. I sit at my desk. I eat my breakfast, and I watch whatever anime I can. Recently, I've been watching D. Gray Man, but on Mondays I watch Attack on Titan, and if I have time, I also watch Fairy Tail. Otherwise, I watch like Fairy Tail on my lunch break. So I watched Attack on Titan yesterday. And I'm sitting at my desk, and like people are starting to show up, and I'm sitting at my desk, like making all kinds of noises, like "oh shit!" Like, and I had this. One of my coworkers came over, was like, "Are you okay?" Like, yeah, no, I'm just watching the show. Like, it's intense. Like, it's dude, it's so good, guys. I swear to you, once you guys watch it, you'll know. Like, they're explaining shit, they're doing tie-ins. Oh my god, it's so good. This story is so brilliant and well thought out.
All right, what episode starts the second half of Attack on Titan?
I wish I could tell it. I want to say it's like
I don't remember.
40 something.
Well, starting with season 1 again.
Oh no! Really?
Hey, look, continue watching 49. Okay, we're good.
There you go, 49. There you go. That's the start. So like, it should pick up. Right after, if you guys are all both caught up, it should pick up right after Eren saves. Oh God, what's that blonde girl's name? I can't remember. The one who's the princess, and they didn't know the whole. Oh God, I'm totally spoiling this shit for people.
Yeah,
my bad, guys. It picks up right there. Well, I mean, honestly, even if they start watching it now, they're gonna be like, "What the hell was he talking about?" There's no way they'll be able to guess that shit. That was a twist beyond all twists.
You know what's great is I zoned because I don't remember what part I'm at, but I zoned, so I didn't hear any of that. The only bummer is that I have to edit this episode, so I'm probably gonna be like, "Damn it, Esk."
Just go back and finish the end of that season because I was watching it over at your place with Gravy Boy, so I don't know why you haven't finished the first half of season 3.
A lot of things happened during that time, Esk. I think, as you remember.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Yes.
So that's probably why.
You should probably go back and finish because it's pretty fantastic.
I definitely plan on it. Attack on Titan is one of my favorite.
Oh my god,
animes,
guys! I cannot rave to you enough about the show. It is so. Dude, it's just so mind-bogglingly good. It's just freaking crazy. So, yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to talk about really quickly. And then secondly is the Rising of the Shield Hero. I'm assuming you guys watched the last episode.
Dude, I haven't, and I've been,
and I'm sad.
I've been scared because you guys,
because
you guys sent those emotes, and Chrissy and I have been watching it together because, like, I rewatched up until I think the battle. I won't spoil the battle that had happened towards the end of whatever, and so I think we're 2 episodes before the season was done, so I'm scared.
It's not like it's like sad, like story sad. It's just sad because it's the end of the.
It's the end, and they're not gonna be making another episode for a while.
And it's just such a good show. It's so good. It's such an original idea, and I'm just like so hyped on freaking Naofumi. He's like so dope. And like I love how he got he came into the world and was like super cool, and then he got hella cold and callous, and I just love the whole story arc that he's going through. It's so fantastic. If you guys aren't watching The Rising of the Shield Hero, you guys need to go watch this show. It is so good. And
so very good. It actually makes me want to read the manga now.
Dude, I might do that. If you want to start, I freaking might do that just because I'm so sprung on this show. So, you guys should probably check it out. There's a whole season that has been released that is fully dubbed, and there's a sub version if you prefer the sub. If you do prefer the sub, you're a scrub. I don't know why you're here. No, I know you're
Wow.
No. It's okay. You're allowed to subtitled anime.
You're allowed to be a scrub. It's okay.
It's like you're allowed to be wrong. It's okay.
You're allowed to be wrong. It's okay. Yeah, you're a scrub, but it's okay. So, it's funny because my buddy Brack, if you guys listen to the episode of G.O.B, he loves a lot of subbed anime. I just don't understand it. Like he'll watch, he's watching Sword Art Online right now, and he's watching the dub, and it's fine. But Attack on Titan, he exclusively watches the sub.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing that.
I don't understand that at all, but yeah, it's an interesting, sensitive topic for me because I'm so all about the dub. I had somebody tell me the other day, well, why don't you just switch over to the sub for One Piece? And I'm like, no. I posted the most passive aggressive GIF. No, bro. I'm not gonna do that. Dub all the way, baby. Dub all the way. So, yeah, that's our show. Thanks for sticking around and engaging in this awesome discussion with us, guys. Take it now to our Discord where we want to continue and talk, especially about just what we were talking about earlier about the negativity and stuff. We want to hear your take on that, and if it affected you in any way. Definitely reach out to us in the many ways that you're able to. Remember, we have a Twitter at Gathering Bros that I am very active on. Link to our Discord will be in the bio of wherever you're listening or watching to our show. If you have any questions or comments, you can also email us at gatheringbros@gmail.com. One sentence is fine. Shout out to Gabe for being our first person in our following to send us an email, even though it wasn't a sentence. I wish it was a longer sentence, but I digress. We really appreciate any and all feedback, guys, so definitely feel free to send us some. We're also on Google Play, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Like I said, we have a YouTube that I am responsible for, so let me know how that is. Thanks so much, guys. It's been fun. Until next week's gathering, from me and the bros, peace out and stay gold.
Peace out.
Toodaloo.
Oh, come on.